Hello everyone. In the last video we did adding whole numbers. So in this video we're going to be subtracting whole numbers. Okay, so I guess let's just start with examples, and then if we come up with any difficulties we'll explain them. So the question number 1 is, we're going to start off really easy. We have 60 minus 20. So whenever we're doing subtraction, just like the addition of whole numbers video, we have to start off from the ones place and then move to the left to the greater place values. So in the ones place we have 0 minus 0, so our answer is 0. In the tens place we have 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4, so we have 40. And we can check with the calculator if this is correct. 60 minus 20 equals 40. And that's the answer we got. So that's good. Awesome. So let's go to the next question. This one's going to be a little harder, but still really easy. 434 minus 22. Okay, so same thing. We're going to start from the ones place, the smallest place value, and move to the left to the higher place values. So in the ones place we have 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 4 minus nothing, or like an imaginary 0, is 4. So our answer is 412. And we can check with the calculator. 434 minus 22. And our answer is 412. Our answer is 412. Okay, that's great. Now this one's going to be a little harder. In this one we have 621 minus 13. So in this one, we're going to start the same way as the other ones. We're going to start on the ones place. In the ones place we have 1 minus 3. And that's something that you can't do. You can't take away 3 when you only have 1. So in cases like this, you're going to have to borrow from the number next door. So the number next door of 1 is 2. And we're going to borrow 1 from 2. So 2 minus 1 is going to be 1. So now this becomes 1. But we borrowed it, so now we have to add the borrowed amount that we got here. And when we're borrowing, we're technically not borrowing 1 because 2 is in the tens place. So 2 is made up of 10 and 10. So we took away one of the tens, and one of the tens remains right here. That sounds complicated, but it'll make sense. So now we have 10 here actually. So because we have 10, we have to add this 10 to our previous 1. So now the new question is going to be the new number in the ones place is going to be 11. So we have 10 plus 1, 11 minus 3. And 11 minus 3 is 8. So we'll put 8 down. And now if we move on to the tens place, it's going to look a little messy, but instead of the 2, we actually have the 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. And then the 6 is simple because there's nothing there. So 6 minus nothing is 6. So we have 602 as our answer, and we can check using our calculator. 621 minus 13 is 608. So yeah, that's a little confusing. That's the trickiest part of solving subtraction with whole numbers. But yeah, okay, so let's do another one. In this one we have 442 minus 151. So yeah, okay, so let's start on the ones place. In the ones place we have 2 and 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Great, we can do that. Now we have 4 minus 5. So when we have 4 minus 5, that's a little tricky because we can't take away 5 from 4. So we're going to have to borrow from the next door. When we borrow from the next door, we're going to take away the 4, and it's going to turn into a 3 because 4 minus 1 is 3. And then we're going to add a 10 to here. So this is going to be technically now 14 because 10 plus 4 is 14. So So 14 minus 5 is 9, and 3 minus 1 is 2. So our answer is 291. Well, let's check if that's right. 442 minus 151, and we get 291. Okay, that's it for this video. If you need any help, let me know, and good night.